But more importantly,
family, friends, loved ones.
But
that becomes a problem as well.
That can.
Because that's where a lot of the trouble comes from, right?
Right.
And I think that a lot of time where if you're hosting at your house, that gets really like tiring, like you got to have this, you got to have all the standards. And, then when we all come together, it gets a little tricky because people make comments from within your family, right?
Yeah, it can become a performance.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I remember we were talking about this probably a bit ago, and you were saying like how sometimes we could be insensitive in what we say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's comments
at
like
family gatherings.
At the family gatherings.
Yeah, let's talk about that, man. Let's go there. Let's go there.
They're like, comments like, "Where's the baby?
Yeah.
When is the baby coming?"
For newlyweds.
Yeah,
newlyweds.
And it's just kind of like there's just little comments like that. You're just kind of like you don't really want to go or not aware of it,
Yeah, like even let's kind of touch on that, and I think that that's a big thing that we really want to encourage people to be sensitive, because like we said, sometimes we know the chisme, we know the gossip, we know what's going on within our family members. Like, let's be real, like family talks amongst family, you know what I mean? And a lot of times, people are already stressing about going to family gatherings in itself.
Yeah.
I remember, I can remember that was one of my biggest things, man, is that I really would try to find ways to kind of avoid family gatherings.
Really?
Yeah, man. It was for a long time. I mean, I really would just I would justify myself and say, man, you know what? I'm better off just kind of being chilling and relaxing at home and being okay, because I would want to avoid certain conversations.
Okay.
And you brought up an interesting conversation, and this isn't from my personal experience, but this is from like things that you hear is that I think we have to be sensitive to, especially to newlyweds, but also to family that when it comes to, hey, when are you going to have the kid?
Or how about like when somebody loses their job and like, you lost your job again?
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, and it's like there's these comments and I think sometimes we talk like that because we're family.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not the point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we're here to spend time together. It's not an award ceremony.
Right.
And it can feel like
100%.
that. I feel like there's a lot of people that can relate to that. Like, family gatherings can begin to feel like an award ceremony. Like,
I
big
achieved
promotion.
this, I accomplished that, or I got a promotion. And it's like, and I mean, don't get me wrong, those things are great, but I think approaching family is really a lot about your mindset and your attitude.
Yeah.
And I think it's all about being pleasant.
Right.
Like I enjoy my family. I love being with my family. And we get together and I think what it really comes down to is making that moment count. And like
being present.
Yeah, being present, having fun, I come from a family that trash talk.
Yeah.
When we play like dominoes or we're playing card games and like we're all about winning, like get it, but it never gets to the point where it's like, hey,
where I'm going to put you down.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Yeah, because I'm going to make, and that's, I think that's a big thing within family sometimes, is that there's always a competitive of who's better. Mm-hmm. There's always like, how can I outcompete you? And not just outcompete you, but, how can I humiliate you? How can I show you? You know what I mean? And that's the, and this goes for, for a lot of people that, if maybe if that is your mindset, man, you know what? Like, we want to just kind of encourage you to analyze yourself, because you never know who is coming to the table, and we never know with what they are coming to the table. A lot of times we only think about what they're going to bring, but we never really think about what are they going through? What is my nephew going through? What is my niece going through? What is, they just got married. What are they going through? Are they able to have kids?
Yeah. And then like, this is so interesting to bring that up, because I think too, we need to be considerate too. Not everybody has family.
Exactly.
There's also this is like probably low key or really heavy depression where people are struggling because they are alone.
Right.
You know, or like there's a sense of like we've been living all year, right?
Yeah.
And we're coming to the end of this year, and there's a lot of people come and they start reflecting, or some people just avoid not looking at how this year, like, well, I don't, I want to get on a diet, or I want to do this, and it's like, there's so many. Everybody has so much challenges that they're walking through.
Yeah.
And I think too, I'm gonna say like what you were saying about like just having a perspective. How are you doing?
Yeah.
How is life? And I think the opportunity here is really building someone up and saying, I'm proud of you, and celebrating each other.